All right, interrupting my videos. What are you doing over here? Did you see me use that feeler gauge in there?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
But that's not a feeler gauge. That's called a yardstick.
You use the same thing.
That's called a 6-inch scale. That's
use 16, a 6-inch scale.
That's 16,000 stick to 17.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want the yardstick, you have to go over here and out this drawer that's open over here. You walked right by.
Yo.
And you have the 10 thou.
So is the plate flat or is the crank?
You have the 10 thous and you got the thou and a half.
Was this a 10 thou?
Does it feel like a 10 thou to you?
No, it says a thou and a half.
That's probably a thou and a half. 10 thou usually don't vibrate like that. Now you got to remember, this was an old surface that's been welded together, and it's got paint on it. So how flat do you think it is? And it might have been rusted more than once. What do you got over there?
There ain't no clearance back here.
It gets tight in a couple spots, loose in a couple spots, but the looseness isn't very loose.
Well, this is loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is loose.
Good.
I can see light through that side.
You can see light? That's perfect. I can see this crankshaft sticking through down there too.
Yeah, I see that.
All right.
Well,
you know, when you play the hooky, somebody had to work, so
yeah,
you get what you get.
Yeah, then I had a nice conversation through comments.
My cutter is no longer new anymore.
Well, how much do you end up paying for those?
Depends on what I can get them on eBay for, because I don't buy them new. Oh. Because new, their things are probably $300-400 at least.
No.
800?
No, it's 130.
For a new one?
Yeah.
3/4?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cheap. That's
solid
cheap.
carbide.
You must be getting a volume discount pricing.
Whatever the company will give us.
Yeah, you get a good deal.
But no, that's not volume pricing. That's straight for that one bit.
Well, they're cheap. They're not cheap.
So, and then the non-solid carbide ones,
those are cheap. Those are like $40.
Yeah, those are like $40.
I'm surprised the carbide's that cheap. Just somebody uses carbide so much anymore. Just the prices really come down on that stuff.
Yeah, that solid carbide one is $130 something.
And the deburring tool is missing, so I had to use my big one. I don't know what happened to my little one. I had to make it work. But yeah, it made the job. It wasn't very happy, but it was. The chips were starting to get more and more blue when I was doing it.
Oh,
I load it pretty good.
Your viewers weren't happy with your
the eye protection.
Your eye protection, your speeds and feeds. They weren't happy.
Oh, I didn't say anything about the speeds and feeds. Eye
protection. They were very unhappy.
So here's the big deal about eye protection for you dumbasses that think you know everything. When you put glasses on your face, the glasses are flat. Your face is cup shaped. So what happens is the chips hit your cheek, goes up the side of the glass, goes right into your eyeball. And then when you close your eyes, it scrapes across your eyelid, your face or your eyeball, which is not good. Now, if a chip actually hits you in the face, it usually just bounces right off your eyeball. And eyeball is like a little ball. It hits it, bounces back, and doesn't do a damn thing. If it even hits it. Now, you're not supposed to be standing where the chips are.
Right.
Get your ass away from the chips. The chips are going over here. Don't stand right here. Don't get real close like that, you dumbasses. Get off the side, stand back. You know, put some glasses on if you can't see, but don't put them on to keep the shit out of your eye because it won't. So they're worthless. Now, unless you got fully covered glasses, which they do make them, they're worthless. It's just like a face mask. It doesn't do a damn thing unless you got a good one. And nobody has good ones, and they don't wear them right anyway, so worthless.
Right.
Now, if you have a face shield, now that will cover your whole face up. That'll do something. Unless it hits you right here and bounces up in your face. But at least the face shield, you go straight up and hit you in the forehead, so it doesn't get you in eyeballs. But them stupid-ass safety glasses suck. I hate them. And everybody says that I've had shit in my eyes. I'm 60 years old. I still got 2 eyes at work. I got all my fingers. There are no cutoff marks. So obviously I'm not too awful dangerous because I've made it this far. The thing is, when you get shit in your eye, most of the time we get shit in my eye, it's either grinding. Because I tend to put a face shield on sometimes.
Yeah.
Not very often. Well, 1 out of 1,000 times? Yeah, that's about...
Depends on what we're grinding.
So I've gotten stuff in my eye a couple times from that I had to go to the doctor for. I think I've only got 1 chip in the eye, and that was so many damn years ago. And I don't even remember, and it was all rusted, and it was in there for so long I didn't even know it.
Right.
And other than that, I scrape whatever's in my fingers, I can scrape it out, or I just go over my eyelash and it comes right out. I mean, my eyelids. No big deal. It just bounces in there, it doesn't do its shit. So... usually it catches right in your eyelids, right into your... I got some good burns right here on the side of the eye, on the eyelid, because I catch it, especially along the nose in here. But, you know, that's called squinting, and close your eyes when the shit comes. Got to be quick. But anyway, if you think those safety glasses are going to protect you, good, go for it. See how they work for you. I ain't wearing them. And besides, I'm American, I'm free, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. So screw you guys.
Right.
Which one are my speeds and feeds? I'm going too fast or too slow?
He said it was too fast.
Too fast. Now, what did you find out about our speeds?
That
With this bit, which is solid carbide 4 flute.
it liked it liked faster.
So what'd you find out?
Going slower produced more heat.
Going slower made a lot more vibration and a lot more chip load, which tends to screw the cutter up more, and it was tearing the machine up more.
Right.
So as you speeded it up, the chip load dropped, the vibration dropped, and it cut better until you got too much heat in the part.
Until you got too much heat.
And you would back off your feed rate to keep the heat down a little bit.
Right.
And so I don't think I'm off by feeds and speeds.
No, but the one guy didn't like it, and he probably is going to watch this video, so now you know who I am.
Yeah, I don't give a squat about what the guy said. So all I know is I got my own speeds I use.
Because he's been a machinist for 30 years and owns his own company.
Well, you know, I own my own company. I've been a machinist for 30 years too, but you could probably add some more onto that too, like 15 more.
Right.
Good for him. But I'm a manual machine. Now, is there a difference between manual guys and computer guys?
I'm a computer guy. I'm a computer guy.
Is there a difference between the two?
Yes, very much so. This requires a whole lot more skill and knowledge than being a
I mean,
computer
going
guy.
like that isn't the knowledge button?
No.
Oh, okay.
And anybody that fights me about it can say something, because the only thing you're reading is a program.
That's right.
And that depends on your company and who's actually programming the program.
And my program's right here in my head.
But that all depends on the company and what programs they run.
That's right.
I mean, it's all about your programmer.
It's all about the machine strength.
Right.
Determines feed and rate. Feeds and speeds are determined by what your machine will do.
Right.
And how much coolant you're flooding on. Now, the newest thing they're doing these days is running them a lot faster with a lot more horsepower in their motors and flooding a piss out of them with fluid.
Hell yeah.
And now they're even flooding them fluid through the damn cutter. They'll have 2 or 3 holes sticking through here and flooding with 2 or 3 things. They got so much fluid, they know what's going on. But they're running things at 30, 40,000 RPM with shit like this in there.
Yeah.
And they got 100 surface feet per inches going across.
Yeah.
Something's 100 inches in 1 minute. Is their cutting rate? They're flying. And they can get away with that because they got the motor to pull it. They're running 50 and 100 horse motors.
And they're blowing enough coolant on it to
So
keep
the motor is not vibrating. When it hits the chip comes around, hits the load, it doesn't hesitate. It just keeps right on going. So you don't have to worry about it digging in, and because when you dig in, that's when it really jams on you. It cuts so fast it doesn't even dig in, and that's how they do it. So people tell me how to do stuff. I don't care. It doesn't matter.